What is up, guys? It's your boy VV Lightning back at it again with another video. And in today's video, we're doing a map tier list. You guys love the operator tier list, and so I thought I would do a map tier list. And in today's video, we'll be going over all the maps, not just the rank maps, all the maps. And yeah, I'll rank them from S, A, B, C, D, and F. S being the highest, the best map. F being like the worst map. So yeah. If you guys liked today's video, make sure you like the video and then subscribe if you're not already, and let's do it. Alright. Oh, starting off with Bank. Hello there, Bank. I like Bank, but they reworked it once. Um I think Bank is a B tier. And I think that because every site is defendable in my opinion, and every site is attackable in my opinion. It's a very balanced map. I'm putting it at A. I'm sorry. I'm putting it at A because of the reason I just explained. Every site in that map is attackable and defendable, and obviously the open area one isn't as defendable, or the archives one isn't as easy to defend as the CEO and lockers. So there's kind of big gap there, but they're still very defendable. So yeah, I think all the sites are defendable on this map, and they're also attackable. So yeah, this map's good. The spawn peaks on this map have been fixed for the most part. I think you can still spawn peek out of main entrance, and it's kind of a cheap spawn peak, but I think they patched it a little bit, so it's a little harder to do. So yeah, this map's really solid. I like how they got rid of the like you can go on top of the parking garage, but you can't see through the CEO's site. I like how they kind of patched those windows so you can't see through it, because that was dumb. You could cut off the rotation way too much. I didn't like that. But yeah, they fixed some of the skylights. I like that. Yeah. For the most part, this is a really solid map. Bank is, and yeah, I like it. Border. Border, once again, every site on this map is defendable. Every site is attackable. So I'm gonna put it as an A tier as well. Um, I like this map a lot. The only thing I uh the only thing I don't like is when you're attacking upstairs and you can go for that quick smoke and plant in that doorway. What I don't like is how you can open one doorway and you're in the site. I don't like that kind of stuff. You can open one doorway and you're in the site. I mean, Bank really doesn't have that, but Border does. So I'm tempted to put Border as a B, but I don't know. I think these sites and these how the sites are very attackable and defendable, and they're all kind of like even sites. It's not like obvious. Like obviously, maybe you should go armory lockers over them all, but like it's not obvious that you should go like customs over workshop. It's really not, or workshop over customs. It's not obvious to pick one side or the other. So I'm putting Border up here just for that reason. But I don't like how there's a couple sites where you can just hop in a window and you're automatically inside. I don't really like that. But, you know, the sites are very even, and yeah. It's not too attacker or defender favored, is my opinion. Chalet. Um the problem with Chalet is that blue bar is kind of tricky to defend. I think kitchen's very underrated, and I think garage and upstairs are fine. But blue bar is kind of hard to defend, in my opinion. But overall, I really like the map. I don't. Something I don't like about it is the main lobby balcony. You can. It's still kind of, that balcony is still really annoying because you can kind of cut off a lot of rotation with just sitting at that window. So I don't really like that. I also don't like that window above the garage. I don't really like that and how it's, like, right next to the main stairs. And then the blue bar side isn't very defendable, like I said. In my opinion, I don't think it's very defendable. So I'm putting it at a B tier. This map is very solid, but you know, kind of like rough around the edges. The one side's kind of iffy if you can defend it. And yeah, I don't know. It's all right. Let's go to Clubhouse. Clubhouse is easily a I I want to say S, but it's gonna be an A tier because I really want to put it in S because this map more than any, it is so there's so many things you can do. There's not one place you're supposed to push from. Like what I mean by that is when you push downstairs or if you're attacking and you're pushing downstairs, you can push the main stairs. There's like three hatches. You can go down blue. You can go down dirt. There's so many options on what you could do on that map, and that's why I love it so much. And I mean, I really want to put it as an S tier, but it's just bar once again is not a good site. And but everything else about that map, I love. I love the number of hatches it has. I like hatches. I like hatches. Um, but yeah, I think it's a really good map, and it's just one. The site is it's one away from being good, and I think bar you can kind of defend it, but it's just a lot harder than the other ones. Like you're not gonna go bar over bedroom or bar over downstairs or whatever. I don't know. I really want to put it as an S, but I think it's got to be an A just for that reason. Coastline. Um, every See, we're getting the good maps to start off with. That's why it kind of seems like I'm repeating myself. But every site is very defendable and very attack. You can attack it very easily, but I also don't like how you can repel in hookah window, or you could sit on hookah window and cut off any rotation. And that's the thing. If you get sunrise control when you're attacking hookah, and you got somebody sitting at the hookah window, what are you gonna do? You win. Like there's nothing you can do because the hookah guy will literally cut off any rotation. The guy in sunrise will make cool vibes. There's just nothing you can do if somebody sits on that hookah rappel and then you take control of sunrise. I don't know. I like the map. Um, I like how they fixed kind of the skylight in the middle of so it doesn't see as much, but it's still very annoying when people are sitting on the roof and you're trying to rotate back and get shot in the back because somebody's on the roof still. Like they're rewarding bad, they're rewarding slow and bad pushes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're rewarding the players that like to sit on a roof for 2 minutes and they get killed. I don't know. I think service has been fixed a little bit. The service site. I'm gonna put it as a B. I think it definitely compares to Chalet. I think I like it a little more as an S tier, but I know deep down it's probably a B tier. And it's a lot of people say it's a Zim map because of just not you don't need a lot of coordination on this map. You really don't. You don't need a lot of coordination at all on this map. It doesn't take much. A map like Bank, you need a lot of coordination on still. Uh, Even Border and Clubhouse, you need a good amount of coordination. But Coastline, a lot of people say it's a Zim map, which is it's like a mouse and keyboard adapter, and people say it's a Zim map because everybody just runs around with their mouse and keyboards and shoots people. So yeah, I'm gonna put Coastline as a B. Consulate, Consulate, I'm gonna put as a going through it. The Visa site is still like awful in my opinion. Garage is fine, console's fine. Lobby, I wish they kind of took away one of those windows or something. There's just too many windows. There's too many windows on this whole map. Spawn peeking is an issue. We haven't had spawn peeking as an issue in any one of these maps. Coastline, it's not great, but Consulate spawn peeking is a huge issue, and I'm gonna put it as a D for that reason. Two of the sites are like kind of hard, very hard to defend, and then the other two are really hard to attack. Attacking console is the most frustrating thing for me. I hate attacking console. I hate it, and it's a very coordinated map, but you know, you only got three sites basically on this map, and I don't like that. I don't the amount of spawn peaks. If you spawn police line, I believe it is. Oh my god, there's way too there's too many windows to check. Like it's just I just don't like that. I think consulate's not an F because of the maybe the competitiveness of the map and that there's still three decent sites, but I mean, lobbies iffy to defend, consoles iffy to attack. I don't know. I don't know. I think console at the D. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Favela, Favela. After the rework, I think it compares to Coastline a little bit. I don't know the sites as well because I never get to play it because people don't want to. Everybody wants to ban it, but I'm gonna put Favela as a C, okay? And you guys are probably hating on me saying Favela's better, that I'm saying Favela's better than Consulate, but I think Favela really much compares to Coastline. If I played it a little more, I would know a little more about it. But I mean, there's nothing broken in that map, in my opinion. There's nothing. The spawn peaks aren't bad. There's maybe it's nothing's really that bad on that map. There's one staircase. I don't know. It looks like a castle staircase. It's like a castle, like kind of staircase. It's weird. It's like a brick staircase, I think it is. And it's just by the red stairs that just go down. I don't like that staircase because there's like you can see below you. The person at the top can easily see the person at the bottom way too easily. If you guys know what I mean. If you don't, that's all right. But that's like the only complaint I have. The sites seem like you can go any one. It's just not. Yeah, it's just a worse coastline in my opinion. Just a worse coastline. Fortress is an F. I hate Fortress, and I think a lot of people do too. It is just the weirdest map ever. Like it's just a weird ass map. Like the sites are weird. The it's just there's so many goddamn windows, and then the roof is the weirdest thing. Where you can like go on the roof, everybody like runs onto the roof to like that little building, not a building, but like a structure, and then you like sit up there. It's just like the dumbest map ever. I'm so glad they took it out. There's no saving Fortress in my opinion. Hereford, yeah, now we're getting into the not so good ones. Hereford is an F in my opinion. I think when it was in ranked, the sites are I think the sites are pretty awful. I think downstairs is just not a fun site to defend. And then I think the upstairs site is just like the hardest site to attack. You either have to go through a window or you got to go up a staircase. Like it's just you basically got to go up a staircase or go through a window. And a very popular window that leads into site. I don't know. I just don't like I don't like it at all. And then just the sites on this map are just dumb. Like there's that one site where there's like what I think you would call it a connector that would it's like a mid-floor bomb site, and it's there's like a little connecting room, but it has like a breachable wall that you can hard breach, and it's like if they hard breach that, how are you supposed to win? I just don't like that map is terrible. They've reworked this. They reworked it once, right? I don't know if they're gonna rework it again, but it's awful. They shouldn't. House, okay, House is a D tier in my opinion. I don't think House is that bad. Um, Spawn peaks aren't that bad. sites aren't the worst. Um, they're it's just like a worse. Think of it as a worse favela and a coast, like worse than coastline, worse than favela. Like it's just this is a Zim heavy map if they threw it into rank, I bet. And you know, I don't know. It's just a worse favela in my opinion. These house, favela, and coastline all compare to each other in my opinion. Not a lot of strategy to it. Open a barricade, run and gun. That's how you're supposed to play the map. But I mean, I can't really tell you how house is a lot worse than favela. I don't think it's as I don't think it takes as much coordinate. I think favela you got to get like some walls open. Um, I don't know. I don't really know how it's worse than favela to be honest with you. One's in rank, one isn't but I could almost put house up in a C category. I'm trying to think of a reason why house is worse than favela, and I would probably no. House is a D because of the sites. The sites are. I don't even really know the sites as much anymore, but I know master bedroom got that like breachable wall that you can breach now. That's kind of dumb in my opinion. Like that you can just breach right inside. Once again, you get that wall open, you're probably good. There's a lot of repelling on house. I feel like you repel a ton. And I'm not a fan of just repelling in general. Um, and and then there's just a lot of windows. There's so many windows on this map, and the sites aren't great. It's just a worse favela. All right, cafe is a so let's think. Every site is defendable. Every site is attackable. Some are harder to attack than others, but it's pretty balanced map in general. Um, the only thing I don't like is how the top floor looks over the bottom main staircase. I don't like that a lot, but I mean, it's kind of hard. So what I'm saying is there's that staircase at the bottom in main lobby that when you go up, it looks up at the new hatch. And so if you take control of New Hatch, you basically cut off any rotation, kind of main lobby reading-ish rotation. I don't really like that, but it's hard to get to that New Hatch without getting C4 because there's always a C4 pre-placed or somebody always comes around and throws a C4 there. So it's kind of hard to take. So I like that. The spawn peaks are pretty bad on this map. I'm having a spawn peak video come out soon, and I have a really good spawn peak on this map that I kind of think is a little cheap. Um, but yeah, spawn peaks are disgusting on this map. But every site is very defendable and very attackable. It's one of the better maps for sites, and I mean, obviously, I think it's a little easier to defend on this map, and maybe it's not as like balanced as a border could be. I think. I mean, this is really hard. This is really hard because it's either an A or a B. Um, I personally don't like it more than Chalet, but it's just I almost want to put it as a B just because of the spawn peaks on there, and taking it's so hard. I have one complaint: the hatch when you're defending mining. That hatch in train, that is the most annoying thing ever. If you take top floor on some of these sites, you win, and that's kind of basic in my opinion. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a B. The spawn peaks are big. The spawn peaks, no one likes to get spawn peaked, and the spawn peaks are bad on that map. But overall, the cafe is a very solid map. Canal, Coast Guard is like not very defendable. Server's hard to defend. Basically, I always find myself winning two defenses, losing one. Winning two defenses, losing one. Team does the same thing. We go to overtime, and whoever defends more wins. I don't like that. I hate that. They need to this map Um, those the spawn peaks aren't great on it. There's a lot of runouts. It seems like, and if you play Siege a lot, runouts are just not. Runouts aren't it. I hate runouts. It's just so frustrating when you die to some dumb run out when you're trying to just rappel up to where the site is. Yeah, it's probably your fault, but like, it's just really annoying. Spawn peaks are really bad on this map. I think it's got to be a C tier. I want to put it as a D tier just because of that 2-1 split. No matter what, like if you can't win downstairs and you can't win upstairs, you're losing the game. Like period. Those sites are some of the easiest sites to defend. Especially downstairs, though. Especially downstairs. I don't even know how you attack downstairs. Maybe you would go above and smash the hell out of the floor, but I mean, they don't really have to sit in sight. They could roam above the site, and then there's like 20 flanks when you're trying to sledge around upstairs or trying to break the floor. There's so many flanks. You need a nomad for sure. It's hard. But I don't know if I can put it below favela. That's the thing. I think it's got to be on the same level. I even have a hard time putting it above consulate, to be honest with you. But because it's just so straightforward on who wins. You win server, an average team wins server, wins downstairs, loses um whatever the mid floor sites, whichever one you pick. I don't know. It's just not good. I think I forgot what the upstairs site is called. I completely forgot what that was called. But anyway, we'll put Canal as a. I think you got to put it as a D tier in my opinion. I think you just got to. I haven't seen enough of Favela, and what I have seen of it, there's not any major problem on it. Canal, there's some problems. Spawn peaks, sites. There's some addressing to do, but it's only a couple fixes away from being like a B or an A tier map in my opinion. Oregon is a I want to say an S tier, but no one goes meeting. Meeting, you can't go on this map. You just can't go meeting. You just can't. This map is so good, but you cannot go meeting. There's nothing wrong with this map. There's a lot of places you can push from. If you're pushing upstairs, you can push attic. You can push the master bedroom. You can hold big window, and big window is really good now because you can't cut off any like you can't cut off the entire rotation around the site like you used to, where it was kind of dumb. But uh, I really want to put it as an S, but I can't. For an S, for it to be an S tier, every site has to be winnable. You can win it, and you cannot tell me you can easily win or you can. It's an even chance to win the. I don't know what you guys want to call it. Open area, is that what it's called? Something like that. The site below attic. If you guys know what I mean. You can't win that, in my opinion. You just can't. And then it's kind of like Canal with you win laundry and you win upstairs, but you lose that third one. But it's not as easy to win upstairs as it is on Canal, and it's not easy to win downstairs as it is on Canal. So think of it Oregon as like a much better Canal, in my opinion. But it's an A tier. It's an A tier. Outback, it just got reworked. So, and I believe it's coming to ranked. Yeah, I think I'm almost positive it's gonna be in ranked. Last we saw of Outback, um, not great. That bathroom was a problem. Sites were every site was kind of winnable, but I don't know. I'm gonna throw it as a C tier. It compares to Favela. We haven't really played it yet. August 30th is or not August 30th. Why do I keep saying that? November 30th is when the new season comes out. So we'll get to play that. And if you're on PC, then you've already probably played it on the test server. But my opinion, it's right where Favelas. Haven't seen enough of it. Um, Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the map because I haven't played it, obviously, because I'm on console. Presidential Plane. Uh, it's just a fun map, man. I mean, you can compare it to like I think Presidential Plane is one of those Zim maps that if it was in ranked, like it's just right where House is. I mean, there's a lot more fixes I think Presidential Plane needs to be on the to be or in ranked, and House could probably be in ranked, but I think you got to put Presidential Plan as an F tier just because of the amount of changes they need to make it a ranked map. And yeah, I can't really tell you too much about it because I don't play it too often. But I remember when it was in ranked, it was a fun little map. It was kind of a run and gun map, but you know, it was fun. Skyscraper, I'm gonna put that as a probably a C. Um, the runouts are very, very annoying still. They're not as bad, but if you're one of those people that like to throw a Valk cam outside and just run out on people, this is your map. Um, I'm gonna put it as a C. It's just middle of the pack. There's some problems. You repel in a window, you jump in a window, you're in the site. It's a little annoying. Um, it's all about jumping in windows on that map. That's all it's about. Um, just every site you attack, you jump in a window. So, but every site is defendable and attackable in a way. So, I used to think it was very defender heavy, but now it's a little more even. I mean, it's better than Favela in my opinion, but it's just not on the the level of Coastline and these other maps. Um, Theme park, I think I really want to put it as an F tier, and I think I will because this map is the most defender heavy map in the entire game. It's the most one-sided map in the entire game. I like how it makes you need a hard breacher on this map. There's some maps you can get by without a hard breacher. Favela you can get by without a hard breacher. Skyscraper you can get by without a hard breach probably. Coastline you can get by. Like there's some maps where you can get by without a hard breacher, but on theme park you have to have a hard breacher, which I do like about that, but it's just so defender heavy, and that just doesn't make this map fun to play in ranked at all. This map is just not fun to play in my opinion. I mean, I know some people that do like it, but it is so one-sided. I cannot stand it. Tower. Tower. Tower is probably enough to be honest with you. Non-ranked. Okay. The only map in this F tier I have right now that's in ranked is theme park. Um, Tower, I mean that catwalk is like atrocious. Um, the sites are like massive. Um, get rid of the catwalk, make a couple more changes to I don't like the roof. That's kind of weird. The elevator system, that's weird in my opinion. They need to make a couple changes to get it on the ranked level, but um yeah, they're about as far off as any map from playing ranked. I mean, look at these F tier maps. These maps, they're probably going to stay in casual for a very long time. Yacht is actually probably the closest, one of the closest maps to being in ranked that isn't in ranked, in my opinion. Um, they need to rework it, obviously, but you know, there's some potential for this map, and I'm gonna put it as a D because of that. There's potential, like House. I think House is a little further along because it already got that rework, but Yacht, I there's definitely potential on the map structure. There's a lot of potential, in my opinion. Just like how you can enter downstairs, some of those places you can enter downstairs, I think is really cool. I think it would be a little. I think it's a fun map to play if they made a couple changes. Um, I remember there's like that top floor where you can like climb up a ladder and be inside. That's kind of dumb. There's a couple sites where you just open a door and you're inside. Maybe change a little bit of that up. But you know, yacht is. If you guys play casual and play on yacht, like check it out. Have an open mind. It's not a bad map in my opinion. When it was in ranked, I wasn't complaining about it like crazy. Villa Villa is probably the most even map. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if it's gonna be two attacks, one defense, two defense, one attack. I think I don't like it very much just because like I don't play well on it. I don't have great strats for it. But this is like the ranked opinion, like the ranked experience of this map. Every side is defendable. Every side is attackable. I mean, you can't really go wrong on this map. I mean, I don't like it just because I don't, like I said, I don't have great strats for it and stuff. It takes a little bit of coordination, but not too much coordination. There's not much. I think it's a really good map. Um, the aviator site when you attack, um, I don't like that I don't like where everybody's attacking study, but I think it's more of just like how people play the map, more not like how the map's built. It's just everybody attacks study, and I think that's the one thing that kind of annoys me is because like I don't know. I don't like the whole attacking study when you're attacking aviator. I don't like the study push exactly, but it's fine. Every 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 site on that map is very attackable and very defendable, and that's why I like it a lot. Um, and it's every site. It's not like border where it's kind of it can be one-sided, and it's not like border where you jump in a window and you're automatically in the site. And that's why Villa is so good. That's why it's above these other maps. Um, I mean, I think Bank is probably the closest thing to it, but the spawn peaks aren't bad on this map either. Um, I think Bank it would be the closest thing to it, but the sites are just better on Villa, and that's what makes it a S tier. All right, guys. So that is my map tier list. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is off just like my experience in ranked playing on console and like what I think. Obviously, I don't have too much knowledge of Outback and Favela, but what I've played of Favela, it's not a bad map. It's really not. It's just a worse coastline. That's what I think of it. Um, yeah, so give Favela a try and rank, guys. You don't auto ban it or don't lock it. Lock it as a ban. Like give it a shot, all right? Yeah, if you guys like today's video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you guys want me to do more tier lists like this, let me know. And yeah, we'll have more content coming your way soon. I'll be streaming on Twitch non-stop in the next week or so, and it's on twitch.tv/VB Lightning. Link will be in the description. I'll be streaming a lot more on there. And yeah, new season does come out on not August, November 30th. And yeah, I'm very excited about that. Should be a fun season. I'll have more content coming your guys' way shortly, but make sure to follow me on Twitch to see some live gameplay, and I will see you guys.